If you're not a subscriber to this channel, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button now along with the bell icon. That way you'll be notified whenever I go live. If you are subscribed, make sure that YouTube hasn't unsubscribed you. Give the video a like, share these videos on your social media platforms. Shouts out to the Lions Den basketball community. All right, let's get down to business, man. So, last night in that Clippers-Jazz game, which the Jazz came back from a 13-point halftime deficit and won 112 to 109. I think later on the day I'm going to come in. We're going to talk about that final possession between Kawhi Leonard and whatever like that. But my main focus for this video is Paul George. Now, Paul George was completely awful last night, right? 417. Really, dude? At one point, he was like 1 for 11, right? But we've come to recognize this, and we've come to accept this when it comes to Paul George, right? He has had a history of no showing in playoff games, right? He did it in the first round against the Mavericks, right? He did it last year in the bubble, right? He's had a history, and he's been notorious for no showing in playoff games. And had he had an average performance, they would have won last night. The Clippers did, right? And this is on Tyronn Lue, right? Because remember, last year, what Paul George said last year when Doc Rivers was there. Oh, well, it's the coach, and the coach not put me in the right positions and all that. Well, how do you explain that? How do you explain that last night? Did Tyronn Lue not put you in the right positions? PG-13, right? Because you're not the rated R superstar. No, you're not, right? You don't get that distinction, right? See, that's what I used to call you. I used to call you the rated R superstar, even though you're PG-13. But you're not the rated R superstar. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. Until Paul George plays like that max contract he signed. You see the title of the video. That's his nickname from here on out. At least that's what I'm going to call him. Right? You can't have these on and off playoff performances and all that. But yet you expect me to call you a superstar. Right? You got a lot of jackasses out here that calling this man a superstar. This is where your money is made. Right? This is where your legacy is built. And God damn it, if the cows ain't coming home the moo right now when it comes to this guy. Right? This guy is not a superstar. He's not. You cannot explain how this dude has been consistently inconsistent when it comes to the playoff games. He'll go out there, have a good game, and then he'll go out there, have two bad games, then he'll have another bounce back game. It's just litany and this unmitigated inconsistency that really makes my hair go gray. And as you can see right now, it's the process is starting, right? You can't tell me this guy is a superstar. He's not. He already want to point the finger at James Harden and all that, right? He want to point the finger at other superstars not getting it done in the playoffs. Well, shit. Take a look in the mirror. Had he even had an average game last night, the Clippers win this game going away. But no, he had disappearing act. Just like Houdini. I mean, is the crowd that much of a factor? Right? How you shut them up is by going out there and dropping 30 on their helmet. That's how you shut up the crowd. Right? You take the crowd out the game. With a rabid fan base like Utah, right? You take the crowd out the game early. You jump on their ass early, like they did in the first quarter. They jumped on them, practically took them out the game. But you don't, and even then in the second quarter, they was up by like 13 points going into halftime. But you bring the crowd back by letting them go on the run. You let Donovan Mitchell go off. Look, the only person on that team that can hurt the Utah Jazz is Donovan Mitchell. Because Mike Conley's out with hamstring issue. Mike Conley would help out with the scoring whenever he was in the lineup with Donovan Mitchell, right? With that, you would figure that Tyronn Poole would devote all his defensive scheme to limiting, because you can't really stop Donovan Mitchell, but you can limit him, right? You can limit Donovan Mitchell, and then you will force guys like Joe Ingles to beat you, right? Because Joe Ingles don't have the offensive skill set of a Donovan Mitchell, right? Let's just be honest about that, right? Jordan Clarkson can come off the bench and can provide some scoring punch, right? But Jordan Clarkson is a scoring-dependent guard or a scoring-dependent wing. So you got to force guys like Bogdanovich and who can get hot, but like I said before yesterday, he's a scoring-dependent guy. He don't put up no other peripheral stats. Yeah, he had 5 rebounds, but the dead clock is right twice a day, right? So you got that dynamic. The only guy on that team that can hurt you is Donovan Mitchell. And in the scenario where Quinn Snyder don't have them on the court at the same time, you can double Donovan Mitchell. Now, if Quinn Snyder in situations have him and Jordan Clarkson on the same court at the same time, then you got a potential issue here, right? Because Jordan Clarkson, there's a reason why he's been 6th man of the year, right? But outside of that, Paul George, he's been awful. He's been awful, and I don't know what's up with this guy, right? Look, the game of basketball is not just a physical game. It's a mental game, right? If I can psych you and talk you out your game, right? If you let all these outside entities come in and talk you out your game, you're already lost. You're already lost. So, look, it goes without saying, Paul George got to be better if this team going to win the series. Because if Paul George continues to have these disappearing acts or these Houdini acts and all that, well, guess what? The Clippers going to play themselves a magic trick and they're going to go poof right out the playoffs. And then what you going to say? Who you going to blame then? You going to blame Tyronn Lue or Tyronn Poole or whoever you want to call him, right? You going to blame him, right? You going to blame all these other people, or it was the crowd, or it was I ate a hot dog and turned my stomach inside out, or whatever, right? That's what you're going to do. You're going to blame everything else but the fact you play like shit, right? What's up, Unique Dawn? Mwah. Right? Oh, yeah, the smoking mirrors. Right? Cody Rhodes from WWE. But yeah, Paul George, you gotta do better than that, man. Straight up, right? And don't think I forgot what you did to me the other night when the Clippers came to DC. I don't know if you had a chili half smoke right before the game, but all of a sudden you got dizzy at play and you took my lineup to the fucking trash can. Don't think I forgot. Anyway, I'm off of that diatribe now. You guys, gals, have a good day. Smash the like, hit the subscribe. I want to thank everybody for watching the video. You know what I'm saying? PRP. Hitman next, you stupid. PRP. Oh, man. You guys in that comment section, boy. I swear to God, but you guys ain't right. P on P. But yeah, I gotta get up here. I gotta get up out of here, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hit the subscribe, smash the like. This your boy. Scream at me.